So what's up guys, it's Talha here again, and today what we are going to discuss is going to be the program which we were supposed to do today in the class. So in the class today we were supposed to make this program. I've already made this program so we can save some time. So here in the to start the program I've written include iostream, and then I've included the string file as well. Then I've written using namespace std, so we don't have to write std all over in the program again and again. So we just created a namespace for named std, so we don't have to write this the prefix std in the whole program. So we can just write cout, cin, and stuff like that. And after that I've created a student class. So this program is basically the same as the previous program, but here I've used the class string, and I've also used one of the functions of the class string. So string is a built-in class in the C++ language, and it has certain attributes. It has functions, so it has states, it has behavioral functions as well. So here I've created a student class in above my main function, and then I've named it student, and then I've written public, so it can be public, it can be global. We haven't studied why we use this word public. We are going to study it later in the class. After that we have I've declared the string class, and I've created an object named name. So name is like an object of the class string. Then I've created another class, or you can say another object of string, that is named address. Then I have created int roll number. So it is the variable, it is the data type of the roll number variable is int. And then the float point for GPA, because mostly GPA is in points, is in floating numbers. So that is why I've given a floating data type to this variable. Next we have, so you can also pass a string into as a parameter as well. Although string is a class, but you can also pass it as a parameter inside the functions as well. So we have void set info. So this function is going to set the info of the object. So that means it's going to set, or means it's going to take the value, then it's going to set each individual parameter. It's going to copy the value of each individual parameter into a variable which we have declared. You can say the states of the object. So here we have given 4 parameters, so string f, int r, and int p. So the value of n is going to be copied in the variable name. The value of f is going to be copied in address. The value r is in roll number, and b in the variable GPA. Next, what we want to do is we want to output, we want to display the result of each of these individual values on the screen. So what we do is void get info. We make a function with an empty parameter list because we don't need any parameters. This function is just going to output the values, and we write cout name equals name. So this name is this name right here is representing this n, so the first parameter. So the and then length, so this length equals name. So this was the function I was talking to you guys about earlier, that name dot length. So this dot length with an empty parameter list is the function of is a built-in function of the string class. So this function is a member function. This function is built in to the string class. So that is why I was able to use this function with the variable name. So with the string name, with the object name, I'm now able to use this function, that is length with an empty parameter list. And what this function does is it shows you the length of the string. which you have created. So like that, I've ended the statement with two endl, so I can have enough, because I wanted two empty lines, so that's why you have to use two endl statements. Then I have cout address equals address, so this address is representing f, and this is going to be the address, and it's also a string, so that is why I was able to use the dot length with the empty parameter list. So this is also going to show the length of the string as well. Then I've used two endls. Then after that we have cout roll number equals roll number, and then two endls, and then the GPA, and this is roll number is stored is an int variable, is will be the type of value it's going to have is going to be an int value, and this is going to be a floating point value, the GPA one. Then now we're done creating the class of student, and now we want to in the main function, so first we create an object named s1 of the student class. After that, because we want to prompt the user to enter, we want the user to enter the each individual values of the variable. So what we do is, the first two parameters are the string type, so of the string class, so that is why we create two objects of string. Then we create one, we have to also, the parameter list, and the actual and the formal parameter list should have a one-to-one correspondence. So that is why we keep in mind that we are in a sequence, and these two match, so the positions of these two parameters match. So that is why first we declare two objects of string, then int, and then the float, then the float. All right, now what we do is we cout, so we prompt the user to enter the name, and then we see in A, so the user enters the string that is going to be his or her name. Then we say that enter address, so C in B is going to be the address. Same with the roll number, so C in C, and enter GPA, C in D, and that is cout and L. So the user is going to enter every individual values of the variables. Then we call then what we do is we use the object s1 dot set info. So that is why, so that is now what we are doing is we are applying the function to our object. Set info was over this function, and a, b, c, d are our respective values for string, int, and float data types and each variable. So I'm just going to show you how it works. So I'm going to run the program, and here, as you can see, it is asking me to enter the name. So I'll enter Talha, my name, then ask me to enter the address. So I say Gulbahar, then my roll number is 22 and my GPA is 3.9. So as you can see, first it outputs the name equals and then the name, which got stored in the variable name, and it's also showing the length of the string. So 1 2 3 4 5, so 5 is the length of the string. Also the teacher told us that the string also has a null character, which it has inside, but it doesn't count, or it does not show in the length of the string, but it actually contains a null character, but it does not show here. So length equals 5, then address equals Gulbahar, and the length of this string is 8, and then the roll number is 22 and GP is 3.9, and the program ended with the exit code 0. So this was it, and we were supposed to do is, as in you can say, assignment, and we just discussed that, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.